Hi, my name is Kendrin, and this is my capstone project, House, which is an indoor farmers market located in Flagstaff, Arizona. I was very keen to work on this project due to my minor being environmental sustainability, which led me to have a drive to figure out more sustainable practices to inquire in my project. Throughout my education, I did many research projects that have led to my knowledge to be included into this project of sustainable ways. Sustainable ways would be to not give in to those big companies and to buy local, which is what I wanted to do with this project. I wanted people to be able to buy local and not go to like Safeway or Fry's, but to know where they got their food from and know what was used on their food. I wanted House to be a resource for communities so they can practice sustainable practices. Because it's not hard, and anyone can do it. It doesn't have to be someone with money that can do it. It can be anyone, low income. And that's what I wanted this to be. I wanted the House to be located in a low income area, which Flagstaff is kind of low income, but we wanted it to be local. Since we're up on a mountain, to get food up to Flagstaff is not sustainable because we have to get it from every which way. We can't just grow it here because it's hard to grow some things in certain climates. That's why hydroponics is being used in this, and that will help bring the ease of using or growing different foods all year long. House should be a place where people can realize how simple it is to actually give back to the environment than just to keep taking. We need to start protecting the environment and reduce, reuse, and recycle. We don't want to use more materials than we have to. We don't want to cause more carbon in the environment. We want to keep it green, sustainable, and clean. When you first think of Flagstaff, what do you think of? Usually people somehow think of hippies, which is kind of true from living up here for 4 years. I have seen a lot of the tree huggers out there, the ones that actually really care about the environment, which is good because up here we really need it since Flagstaff is becoming overpopulated due to the school. So we need to start caring about the environment so we don't make a big impact from our choices that we make in our daily lives. Another thing people think of when they think of Flagstaff is nature, because we have this great, huge, big mountain, Mount Humphreys, which people come up here in the wintertime to go skiing and snowboarding and playing in the snow, which isn't sustainable, but that's a different topic than mine. And we have 4 seasons, so it's always beautiful. So people come up here to look. They want to come and experience Flagstaff because it's so gorgeous. We have so much nature and wildlife all around us that we've been taking too much from, and we need to start caring about it, or else we won't have Flagstaff anymore. We won't be able to come up and visit and enjoy what is here because we won't have it if we don't take care of it. There are many communities up in Flagstaff. We have the snowbirds, we have college students, and then we have the indigenous groups, our tribes. So why can't we just all come together and experience Flagstaff for what it is than to be seclusive to each other? Why do we have to stay away and not share local and delicious food with each other? Many people don't know what sustainability is. Sustainability is being able to have the certain object later on in life than to just throw it away. Like in this slide, how there is a reusable water bottle and a reusable bag. It's different than using a plastic water bottle that you buy in a case of 24 and compared to the grocery bags you get from the store. These you can reuse, which limits what you throw away, which limits landfill growth. By having sustainable practices, it can help the environment and the wildlife that lives in there as well, because you're not adding to the cluster of trash in their environment. For example, the sea turtles, when we throw away our straws, which is a big deal, and the can rings that hold the cans together, they think it's animals down in the sea. So they try to eat it, which is not good because obviously it causes health problems, as we have seen with the many PSAs about straws and plastics going into the ocean. When it's a sustainable material, it means it can last a long time, and if not, you can reuse it for something else. For example, wood. If you find scraps of wood, you can always make other things with it. At the moment, I have a garden at my house, and I didn't have a door to protect it from the elk getting inside. So what did we use? We used a pallet, a wooden pallet that things go on. We used that and we made it into a door to use, a functional door to use for my garden. That's reusing. It's not going in the trash. We're not burning it. We're reusing it and giving it a purpose, a second purpose. Sustainability matters because it allows the later generations to have the same experience that we have. We're not going to be selfish about it. We want them to have the same experience. We want them to come up to Flagstaff and be in awe of how beautiful it is up here without not seeing anything. Now on to my project. This is my project. This is my floor plan. And as you can see, I have a hydroponics area, which also is the farmer's market. So those tables are set up for the farmer's market to come and place all their goods out on the table and to become a business in that little area. While the hydroponics is also like a grocery store, but think of it as a fresh grocery store. One where someone can go and be like, I want tomatoes. So they can pick their own tomatoes and put them in a little bag, but it's all indoors. So what an indoor farmer's market can help with is in Flagstaff, we get snow. And when it snows, we don't have a farmer's market because it is too cold. So by making it indoors, we are allowing the farmer's market to be year-round, which will help the community it's in because they'll be able to go and get fresh food year-round. The other interesting piece I added to my plan was a rentable kitchen space, which allows the community that it is in to come and use that space, rent it out and use it to cook. Because sometimes if you're late on your power but your kids need food, you can go there and rent it out and use the farmer's market food because it's inexpensive compared to big chain grocery stores, and cook for your family in this space. All you have to do is rent it out. You don't have to do much more, and clean up after yourself, of course. The rentable kitchen space is also used by the food truck employees because by law, they have to be preparing their food in a kitchen before they can sell it from their truck. So they don't make everything in the truck. They have to have a kitchen by law, and also a bathroom close by. That's why I did add a bathroom right next to it. But it's also there for them so they can prepare food for everyone coming by. So it's like a little hipster cafe sort where it's an indoor, like there's garage doors, glass garage doors that open up to let the food trucks in, and they'll stay open if it's nice out or closed if it's snowy, but it's still there for you to enjoy what people enjoy when it's warmer out, but while it's cold. And then I put a cafe above as just like a community gathering, just like a youth center would have, but it's for the community. So if like you have to go and do homework, but there's too many distractions at home, you can head over to house and you can go upstairs and work with a full view outside the window of the peaks. And with the cafe, we also added another kitchen up there, which could be used by the food truck people, but it's also more available for the cafe to use to be served. And included with all that are the necessities, like an ADA bathroom, which is accessible to everyone. And then I added an elevator to make the ease for the kitchen space down on the first floor if you have one of those big carts going through, so you're not pushing it down the stairs. I mean, hopefully you wouldn't be pushing it down the stairs, but there's one staircase and an elevator. Why house? Well, first of all, as I said before, I wanted to make it a community-based center. So where you can go if you ever need any sort of help, or even to go buy food for your family or for yourself, to go and volunteer because it's in your community, so it would help out your community and the environment because of what it's made from is all sustainable resourced material. It's not going to be a new construction. It's going to be a build on and demolish, but to reuse materials that would have been thrown in the landfill, but we're going to repurpose it for this. I just wanted a house to be a place where people can go to find help, food, cooking classes, a quiet space, volunteer work, or to learn more about how they can become sustainable in the ways that they live, to reduce their carbon footprint. I want them to idolize this building. I want other buildings to idolize this building. I want them to see what Flagstaff can do, because Flagstaff has a lot of regulations for sustainability. We have a dark sky regulation where at night we can't have bright lights. They're all yellow lights so we can see up at the stars, because we have such a clear view from up here. We can see the stars, but with light, it's light pollution. Just like in Phoenix, you can see all the lights and all the smog and fog and everything. Up in Flagstaff, we try to prevent that. So I wanted to incorporate what Flagstaff has already tried to do and make it into my own. And that's where House came from, was a community. Because Flagstaff, we already have a farmer's market, but we don't have like the outdoor farmer's market indoors, which is an innovative new way to showcase what we can do and what local food we can provide for our community. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you see the whole point to what I did and why it is great for the environment and why this is such a great building to have in Flagstaff, Arizona. Thank you again.